If you happen to be someone who dislikes using headphones because you don't enjoy having something inside your ear, you're going to love this option, as it sounds fantastic as well. Hello, and thank you for joining me in a new video. Today, I have a comprehensive review of the Xiaomi OpenWear Stereo Pro for you. Let's dive in. These headphones have left me with a really very good feeling. Its launch price in Mexico has been 30,199 pesos. That's more or less $175, although remember that the prices here are not the same as over there. But the truth is that at this price, they can compete quite well if you are looking for a very good quality headphones that I insist are not perceived uncomfortable in the ear. Do not get to tire you by having them in here, and above all, take care of your body even more. Let me begin by explaining the design. Here, I have the Graphite Black Edition, but it's also available in Gold, Sand, and Titan Grey. You might notice the case has a leather cover without tees, which gives it a much softer feel than most headphones. In this sense, it feels like something remarkably premium, if looks like a very good quality product. Moreover, the interior of the case will also feature something quite intriguing, as it is lined with soft suede. This provides a sensation of holding a truly premium product, enhancing the overall experience. On the right side, we have a pairing button that, by the way, is also going to be used for recording audio. This is something we'll discuss in more detail a little bit later. Here, on the outside, it comes with a small LED indicator showing its current status. On the back, there is the USB-C port and even the indication of the collaboration with Harman. I anticipate that if this collaboration is reflected in the audio quality, we can expect great sound in the headphones. Before discussing that, they also support QI wireless charging, allowing for a high-end experience. You can charge via cable or wirelessly. The cover even has magnetic absorption to prevent it from opening. With so much ease, and in case you have them open, note that they also have a good magnetic absorption so that the headphones do not fall easily. It should be mentioned that the case is somewhat more square compared to the completely wireless headphones with a closed format, which are the traditional ones. This means the case might take up more room in your pocket, something worth considering. In the realm of open format headphones, nearly all of them share this characteristic. I have yet to encounter headphones of this style with a very compact case. In this instance, the dimensions are 60.68 by 68 millimeters with a height of 26 millimeters. The weight of the device without the headphones is 52.5 grams, and with the headphones attached, it is 72 grams. So you can notice that these headphones are a bit larger compared to the traditional ones. However, they offer a great deal of comfort, which is a significant advantage. Now, let's discuss the headphones themselves. You'll see they are stored in a very nice manner. You don't need to worry about placing the left one first and then the right, or vice versa. There is no specific order required for storing them. Specific here, it's important to note that these headphones come with a small headband. Being open headphones, you simply place them like this, and they don't fully enter your ear canal. This means you can keep hearing everything around you almost as if nothing is blocking your ears. Their main purpose is to let you continue talking or stay aware of your surroundings, maybe in the office, while also listening to some music, a podcast, or something similar at the same time. They are really very comfortable, although it must be mentioned that due to the format, it's not very easy to place them using just one hand. Unlike other headphones, it is possible, but it's not that simple. I believe for something quicker and more practical, using two hands allows you to make the adjustment easily, and that's it. In this particular case, we are going to find that the materials used are mainly plastic, which provides lightness. However, it also includes hypoallergenic liquid silicone, which covers this small arc that comes with a titanium alloy. This is done to ensure that the fit is quite good and satisfactory. The earbuds also come with an IP54 rating, meaning they are splash resistant. However, it's important to note that the case itself is not splash resistant. The design of the earbuds is quite impressive. They truly feel excellent when worn. Each earbud weighs 9 to 7 grams. According to Xiaomi, they have 3 support points, one on the side of the earbud, another in the headband area, and an additional one on a small capsule that rests on the back of your ear. On the outside, the design is truly brilliant, and it comes here with the Xiaomi logo. Although honestly, it's not so easily noticeable, so they are quite discreet in that regard. One aspect that has especially caught my attention about these headphones is how effectively they manage sound leakage. Xiaomi claims that they have achieved an 85% reduction in sound leakage at a distance of 25 centimeters. What does this imply? Well, it means that typically with open format headphones, when you wear them and listen to music, the people around you. I don't get to hear the 100% of your music, but it's pretty noticeable that you have something playing. In this particular model, trust me, they have managed to achieve that exceptionally well. I can be enjoying my music at a normal volume, and the person sitting next to me will definitely not notice it at all. Even if they are extremely close, they might only faintly hear something, but they won't have enough clarity to recognize which song I'm listening to. Just to illustrate my point, I truly appreciated it a lot in that regard. It is one of their most remarkable functions, and as I mentioned, they are very comfortable to wear for extended periods. However, it's important to note that these headphones lack an auto-pause sensor, a feature commonly found in traditional wireless headphones. This function is primarily designed so that when you remove the headphones, the content pauses automatically, allowing you to attend to someone who may have approached you to talk. In this case, you don't even need to take off and put on the headphones constantly because you can hear perfectly well what the other person is telling you. And if you really want to pay a lot of attention, just pause the content and that's it. So I don't see too much inconvenience to the fact that it doesn't have the automatic pause sensor, but you should know that this is the behavior we see here. Now, let's discuss the controls a little more. With a significantly large surface here, this is the touch surface, making access quite convenient. Additionally, they are customizable controls via the app, though I am not fond of the default settings. By default, a single touch does nothing, while 2 touches will play or pause your content, 3 touches don't do anything, and pressing and holding also has no action assigned. The default configuration is very simple, but you can customize it with the Xiaomi earbuds app. Note there's some advertising offering 3 months of Spotify Premium. It's a gift, but seeing a banner like that doesn't feel premium. They could improve it. Anyway, here in the gestures category, we have the ability to configure the controls that are available to us. It is important to note that for a single touch, we have options such as previous song, next song, volume up, volume down, or play and pause. In fact, here you can see how I configured it later on, because the default configuration had not pleased me at all. With 2 touches on either the left or right earphone, you could set it to previous or next song. We can adjust the volume up or down and also play or pause the content. With 3 taps, we have the same options, plus the ability to record audio on either earbud. Additionally, with a long press, we can access the voice assistant or initiate audio recording. This provides a versatile and convenient way to manage audio functions. If there's one aspect I might have a complaint about regarding the controls, is that I would appreciate it if by holding down we could gain access to the function that allows us to adjust the volume up or down. Because I believe it feels more comfortable to perform that action by holding down rather than tapping 3 times consecutively, given the current configuration I have set up. With just 1 tap, you can play your music. If you want to move to the next song or go back to the previous one, simply tap twice. Depending on if I use the left or right earphone, I have 3 taps right to raise volume and 3 taps left to lower it. Ideally, a long tap right would raise volume and a long tap left would lower it, but that's not an option. Hopefully, an update will add it, because it might be, yet the controls seem to be in good condition and functioning well. We wouldn't go as far as to call it sublime or perfect, but in my opinion, it's quite alright. But at this point, let's delve into the sound quality these headphones can provide us, because in this regard, I believe they are going to stand out significantly. It features a dynamic buffer measuring 18 by 13 millimeters. In fact, this is the one that is truly impressive. It has a remarkably strong bass presence, especially when you consider that these are open format headphones. Naturally, in the case of closed format headphones, you will consistently notice a much stronger bass presence. However, honestly, I was genuinely amazed by the level of bass power that can actually be attained in this particular format. It includes 2 balanced armatures for mids and treble, plus an electric floor tweeter for treble. Actually, I believe the treble is the element that seems to fall a bit short. To me, it doesn't sound as crisp as it could. I would have preferred to experience a bit more power in the treble. However, the truth is that overall, I found the sound to be quite pleasant. In this instance, they provide coverage from 20 Hz to 40 kHz. And it's interesting because the fact that they reach 40 kHz suggests to me that they should support very clear treble. But it appears that they are not as powerful as expected. For some reason, they could be overshadowed by the rest of the frequencies. And speaking of frequencies, in this case, we have access to equalizer through the application, but only with default profiles. Then notice that in the sound effects section, we have sound balance, and here simply presets. The balance sound is turned on by default. We also have Harman Audio, Harman Master, voice enhancement, and treble enhancement. I liked Harman Master best. The bass is exquisite. However, the treble is lacking, and not having a band-by-band equalizer is limiting. Luckily, my phone system equalizer lets me boost the treble. which helps. However, if your cell phone does not provide you with an equalizer option, you might find yourself somewhat more restricted. When you select the preset to improve treble, the treble will sound more pronounced, but if you end up losing enough bass frequencies, then in my opinion, there is not an ideal balance, unless you utilize the system's equalizer to complete the rounding. Bear in mind that in this scenario, it includes support for SBC and AAC codecs, which are considered the basic ones, but also LDAC for high-resolution audio, ensuring a noticeable improvement in quality. It doesn't sound robotic, so to speak. It feels like excellent quality, even without needing the LDAC codec. However, if you activate LDAC and you have high-resolution audio files on your mobile phone, we'll be able to truly enjoy some excellent audio quality. Keep in mind that it also features spatial audio capability, which is referred to as dimensional audio within their app. You can enable surround sound, and there is also an option for head tracking. Additionally, you can choose the specific scene you are experiencing, allowing the audio to optimize accordingly. It has an adaptive volume to adjust to surrounding noise. I think the sound is fine. I like it quite a lot. I would prefer the bass frequencies and their sound, but I really want more clarity and definition in the high frequencies. Clearly, we are not going to find active noise cancellation features in these headphones. However, there are some open format headphones that do have noise cancellation for those particular times when you want to immerse yourself more deeply in your music and your own world. However, these headphones are not designed to isolate you from your surroundings. Instead, they are meant to keep you aware of what's happening around you. For instance, they are not ideal for flights, as you will hear all the plane's noise and will need to significantly increase the volume, which wouldn't enhance your experience. However, if you're looking for headphones to use in the office, or while studying, or even when you're at home but you still want to remain alert, these headphones are perfect for you. Now, let's discuss the microphones a bit more. In this case, each earpiece is equipped with 2 microphones designed to capture your voice. They feature noise cancellation and various filters to ensure your voice is captured clearly, even if you find yourself in a windy setting. The manufacturer assures good call quality. Let's test it out. Here we go.
En este momento estás escuchando el audio captado con los micrófonos de estos audífonos en un ambiente silencioso, simplemente un ambiente con un poco de eco, pero vamos ahora a agregar ruido de fondo para que veamos qué tal está.
First, I want to...
A ver, ahí estás escuchando el audio captado por estos audífonos en este ambiente sí es bastante ruidoso. De hecho, es mucho más ruidoso que un ambiente promedio.
However, these headphones come with an interesting and rather unique feature. They have the capability to record audio locally, thanks to their built-in internal storage. So, whenever you have the headphones stored inside their case, you can activate this feature. Simply tap the button located on the side 3 times. This button is typically used to reconnect the headphones, but when you press it 3 times, you will notice that the green LED lights up and flashes, indicating that it has initiated an audio recording.
Ahora estás escuchando el audio captado de esta manera, como si fuera mi micrófono inalámbrico. Podría salvarte en algunas ocasiones. De hecho, ahí estoy en este mismo ambiente ruidoso en el que te conté que estábamos hace un momento y estoy grabando audio con estos audífonos. Ojo que no es para contestar llamadas, es para grabar audio.
To pause recording, tap this button 3 times and it will flash to show it's done. In the app, there's a section called Record Audio. In this section, you have access to view the recordings your hearing aids have captured as well as the remaining time available. As demonstrated, each hearing aid has the capacity to record approximately 2 hours. However, to listen to these recordings, you must first transfer them to your phone. This process takes a short period depending on the length of your recording. Once transferred, they will appear in the other tab on your phone, allowing you to listen to them comfortably. However, in this instance, it will use the headset's microphone to capture the audio. It doesn't work well like a wireless mic because audio bounces in the case, making the voice unclear. Remember, they can record audio in the case and when worn. If you activate a gesture like a long touch, it starts recording audio. Let me start it.
En este momento estás escuchando el audio grabado con estos audífonos. Para que más o menos tengas una idea, estoy usando el audífono derecho específicamente en un ambiente silencioso. Y ahí estamos otra vez con este ambiente súper ruidoso de una oficina. Déjame saber tu opinión. Para terminar la grabación, debes mantener pulsado otra vez por 3 segundos.
And the headset will inform you when it has started or when it has finished. Now, interestingly enough, these headphones are capable of not only recording audio from the microphones, but also if you're playing something on your cell phone and then start recording, I will capture the audio being played back directly, completely bypassing your microphone. However, if you're on a call, you have the option to record the call in addition to capturing your microphone's input. Nevertheless, the headphones will emit an audio alert to inform the other person that you have begun recording the call. In fact, Xiaomi clearly advises you to be responsible when using this feature. Be cautious if you notice someone approaching with these headphones and they begin asking you confidential questions. It's possible they might be recording your conversation without your knowledge because the headphones lack any LED indicators or signals to show when they are actively recording audio. Imagine, for example, that you might be infringing on people's privacy if you approach them while secretly recording, without informing them that you are doing so. It's important to be aware of this potential issue. Regarding the battery, they provide us with around 8.5 hours of usage per charge at a medium volume. I believe that's just perfect. You could even use them, for instance, throughout an entire day of work, and they still won't be fully discharged. Additionally, something I'd forgotten to mention is that these headphones produce a very loud sound. I usually keep the volume below 50%, around 30 or 25%, and I can still listen to music perfectly while working. Clearly, the environment is quiet, however, the truth is that they're quite good. If you increase the volume past 50, they become quite loud. Therefore, I believe the battery life will be exceptionally good. When you consider the case, it could provide you with up to 45 hours of playback. Additionally, remember that they come with fast charging, meaning charging for 10 minutes can provide 2 hours of use, and a full charge while storing the headphones takes about 2 hours via cable. I believe it's a great experience in this section too. Let's discuss connectivity. They have Bluetooth 5.4, offering good range and stability. They can connect to 2 devices simultaneously, even non-Xiaomi ones. Xiaomi. The important thing here is that, for example, you could plug in a pair of these headphones and play content at the same time. So instead of having to pass one of your headphones to your friend, you could plug in their own Xiaomi headphones and each with their own pair of headphones listen to the content. That's only possible if you have a Xiaomi or Galaxy phone, for example, which supports 2 headphone pairs. It depends on the brand. I like that they come with Google Fast Pair, allowing quick pairing with an Android device by opening the cover and a floating window appears. They don't integrate Microsoft Swift Pair, but they do offer a quick pairing feature with Xiaomi cell phones. In this particular situation, they lack a dedicated gaming mode, meaning they are not specifically designed for gaming purposes. However, let's proceed to listen to a latency test, which in this instance is connected to a high-end Xiaomi device. Clearly, you can pair them with any Android device, and they also work with an iPhone, since the Xiaomi Earbuds app is on the iPhone App Store. In conclusion, I believe these hearing aids will be ideal for individuals who prefer not to have anything placed inside their ears, because they become tired or are extremely cautious. The ear canal. They possess a powerful volume, and just a mere 25% is likely sufficient to hear perfectly well. I especially appreciated the presence of the low frequencies. The bass frequencies are strong, even though these aren't close-back headphones. However, I feel the treble could be a bit stronger for added clarity. The audio is clear thanks to the DAX codec, but the treble can sometimes be overshadowed by other frequencies. So that is the point where the 100% didn't fully convince me. However, they do sound quite good. The collaboration with Harman is evident in the EQ profiles, and they sound impressive. Although I would have preferred to have a fully manual EQ to adjust the gain across all frequencies. The audio recording feature is intriguing, but if someone approached me with such a case or headphones and began asking strange questions, I would definitely be concerned about my privacy. Pay close attention. These headphones record audio for up to 2 hours per earphone. They have lots of internal storage, making it an odd feature. The controls are cool, allowing play, pause, next, previous, and volume control without losing any functions, so they deliver. With a battery life of over 8 hours, I think you'll enjoy these headphones. I'm uncertain if they will be the top open format headphones, as the treble issue continues to cause me some doubts. However, when it comes to bass, they are the best I've experienced in this open format. For now, we've come to the conclusion of this video review. I truly hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please let us know, and we'll catch up with you in the next one.